Okay. I think that's a bit more decent. I just woke up. It's been a really, really fantastic day yesterday. So hi everybody, my name is Jaya. I work for Hobbii. And yesterday we had a super fantastic live shopping event happening on Facebook and also on Instagram. And I just wanted to check up on you guys to see how you guys are doing. And also to just kind of touch upon what happened yesterday in case you guys wanted to get your hands on some yarn at some really, really great deals. So let's see who is up with us today. Nice Cat 2019, hello honey. Thessalonians, hi. Low.tll1, hello. And hi Stine, hi honey. So yeah, like I said, I just woke up trying to make myself look presentable. Have my little computer here because initially I really wanted to just gather all of the yarns I have around the house from the live shopping episode and just kind of show them to you. And then as I was going through them, I noticed that I have this baby has weird sleeves. It's not like they're too short. They're not too short, don't get me wrong. But I have knitted this sweater way bigger than I had intended to, which sucks because it took a long time. So today I'm gonna look at it and I might actually do a little bit of frogging. But yeah, that's pretty much for the little agenda of today. We are not going to go live for too long. But yeah, Les W123, hi from Australia, and that is where we're at right now. So the purpose or the idea of me going live today for a little short amount of time, Katie trying hard to stream everywhere we can. So with that in mind, just a little refresher about what happened yesterday. So Louisa and I were live on, like I said, Facebook and Instagram because we are having a little live shopping episode happening at the moment where we are giving some great deals. We have 40% off on 20 skeins, or 20 skeins, no, I mean 20 types of yarns, a little bit for everybody. But also if you shop for over $150, you can actually get 50% off on them. So the codes are, if you're not shopping for over $150, the codes are happy40. I think that if you write it in the chat, if you write happy40, you might actually get a message, and if not, I can fix that in a second. And then if you are shopping for over 150, then you guys can get 50% off on those 20 yarns. So if only my internet would work. But yeah, otherwise I know that the links to the deals are in the stories, so you can check them out afterwards. But further ado, without it at all, I have with me 4 of, I would consider my favorite yarns from yesterday's selection. And boy, did we have a lot, like I said, 20. I have some alpaca silk with me today. These 3 colors, I just found them around the house. Obviously, it's colors I really love a lot. So this beautiful yarn, it's made from 70% alpaca and 30% mulberry silk, so the nice kind of fancy kind of silk. And you get 50 grams for 166 meters. And we use 3 to 3.5 millimeter hook. And don't worry, hey Holly and Cindy, girls, I'm fixing the message right away so that you guys can actually get a link sent to you guys when you use happy40. But technically speaking, All of these yarns are only gonna be on sale with these discounts for another few hours. And that is mostly because, yeah, like I think the time is running out so quickly. So let me sign in and see if I should have done this before the live. I didn't think about it. Because in my head, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna frog a sweater. But yeah, that's not the case. So this beautiful sweater, I'm jumping from one subject to another, but this beautiful ginormous sweater can be turned into, look at this. I can wear it as a dress almost. I should turn it upside down. Ooh, what if I cut it differently? And no, I won't do that. But this beautiful sweater, while the page is setting up, has been finished about, I would say, a year ago. I was still pregnant, I think, when I had made this one. But I kind of never got to wear it because I really, really hated the way the sleeves looked. So, like I mentioned, the sleeves are very short. Now, there's like, I have this shoulder that is actually dropping a bit. So technically speaking, I also have short arms. So it is good enough to fit me, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and frock the neck, frock the sleeves, and maybe transform it into a vest or something of that sort so that I can still wear it, because I think it's a very beautiful sweater and I really like the materials. So for this one, I have used the extra fine merino from Friends and the kid silk from Friends, which are on sale today with our beautiful live shopping campaign. Let's see. Boom. And we will just simply duplicate this little campaign over here so that we can actually go ahead and you guys can get the messages if you type them in. Then you're going to be able to, what date is today? It's the 29th, right? I think so. And the time is 10:42 a.m. So it's yeah, I've been awake for a little bit, but not long enough. There we go. That should be good. So hopefully now you guys are gonna receive the messages. Please let me know if you guys get messages when you write happy 40 or happy 50 in the chat right there. And yeah, like I said, the extra fine merino and the kid silk are both on sale right now, so you can get 40% off on these two beautiful yarns. Personally, one of my favorites from Hobbii, just because they're so versatile. I can use them for every single project I'm knitting or crocheting. And it's just, it's a beautiful yarn. It's a beautiful yarn, the extra fine merino. It's very, very soft and squishy. And you get 100% superwash wool with these. And the same as the alpaca silk, we recommend 3 to 3.5 millimeter needles. So if you're a crocheter, that's going to be a 4 to 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, or a US G6 to 7. The kid silk, so for those of you guys, yeah, you got the message. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you're just interested in the extra fine merino, then I think the code specifically for this one is, I'm reading. Let's see if I can find it. FM1, if you just want the extra fine merino as we speak, FM1. But if you want the kid silk, then it's KS1 in the comment section. So I was talking about the extra fine merino, yes. So with this little guy, this is, like I said, merino wool, so it's extremely, extremely soft. And if you are the type of person that really, really wants to knit or crochet with natural fibers made from animals, like in this case, sheep, extra fine merino is made from this really, really beautiful inner fleece of the sheep, which makes it extremely soft. So you could wear this right against your body without getting that kind of like itch and annoyance from wearing wool. That is, of course, if you're not allergic to lanolin, which extra fine merino actually contains. It's kind of funny because the other day I was thinking about lanolin in general, and I know that there are people who are extremely allergic to it. But the funny thing is that lanolin initially has all of these amazing properties that actually can help skin. So if you're not allergic to lanolin, you can actually use it for your own benefit, because it helps with the dryness. So it helps if you have specific kind of eczema or specific kind of just dry skin. And it's just a very nice, it offers this kind of like a protective coat, if you want to call it like that. So I feel like working with a wool like the Friends Extra Fine Merino has a lot of properties. It's of course very warm. It's of course a very squishy yarn, which means that you also get this kind of like a lightweight material, and it's beautiful. It's great for babies because merino regulates temperature. I know that because a lot of the things I have for my son are made from the Extra Fine Merino. I actually even have one of the blankets that I sometimes wrap him in when he is just sitting on the couch reading a book or something. Or reading a book. He's 1 year old. He's looking at pictures in a book. But it's a very squishy material. You can already see, and this is how it looks when it's worked up. It's a really beautiful beautiful yarn with extreme elasticity to it. So check it out. FM1 if you want to get a link just to this particular wool. So you can save 40% off with the code HAPPY40 at the checkout. But if you're thinking about a big bunch of yarn, like if you are exceeding the $150 threshold, and this doesn't matter if it's just stuff from the sale or if it's also just things you have in your cart. If you add one of these and you're exceeding the $150, then you can get 50% off of this. And that's a lot. That's, I mean, 50% off on a merino wool is a really good price, because how much does this cost initially? Let's see. Okay, so this initially is, let's see if we can have this in dollars. This is $7.80, and that's US dollars. I'm not really sure about Australia. Maybe I should find it. Yes, there we go. For instance, for Australia, this is, also $7.80. Okay, $7.80, and then you can have that for half a price. Reading a book, exactly. Like, I just imagine him just there be like, truck, yes, fish. And of course the Extra Fine Merino, they're just made to match each other. As you know, our team, our product team has been working years, I think about 2 years before we actually launched the Friends line, to create a range of fibers that actually go together, because we know the struggle of wanting to match different kinds of fibers together and not getting the proper shades. So the best thing about the Friends line or the Friends range is that, of course, the colors match in tone, which is beautiful. The colors obviously don't match 100% with each other because you cannot do that. Each fiber absorbs the dye differently, but they match in tone, and that is what you want when you are matching fibers together, right? You want the same temperature in the color, and that is what these ones do. For instance, here I've matched a kid silk with a Extra Fine Merino for this particular project, and you can see that the kid silk is slightly wider, and that's because that is the silk itself. It doesn't absorb the same way as the merino or the mohair in the kid silk. So this is, and this one too, actually, I also made this one using the extra fine merino, and this is like a quick project, one of those projects that you just like knit while watching TV. Very, very comfortable vest. I wear it around the house. I know it's not very like, it's just a vest, but I wear it around the house. Sometimes I wear it at the office when I'm a little cold. But it is, it's definitely a beautiful yarn, and I feel like it's one of those things where it's really, really worth giving it a shot. If you have not worked with the Friends range, just get one skein of each just to see how they match. But I think that overall, as a little bit of a natural fiber nerd, these yarns are just mwah, they're mwah. I love them to death. So happy 40 if you want to get a message in your DMs with all of the deals. Remember, we have 20 yarns on discount right now, 40% off and 50% off if you're shopping for over 150. Castellar 5, hi from Japan, konnichiwa. That is, like I said, the reason why we are live today is because we want to cater to the other side of the world, so that both, you know, the US people and both Europeans can watch our streams. But then also you guys, you also deserve. So without further ado, extra fine merino, kid silk, alpaca silk, which I am in love with. Alpaca silk is also one of my favorites. AS1 if you want to link to this baby over here. Alpaca silk is also 40 and 50% off depending on the size of your card. And I also have some Divina, and this is the black one. So Divina is another beautiful yarn that we have on sale today. I couldn't find actually other colors, but this one at first glance. So you guys are gonna have to get an idea of this yarn by just looking at this skein. But so Divina is one of those very extremely fluffy yarns. This is for those who don't want to, who still want to work with natural fibers, but prefer alpaca instead. Oh, I'm here awake in the US. It's almost, oh my God, 5 a.m. here. Grumpy elderberry. What are you doing? Go to sleep. So Divina, this is 65% alpaca. Then we have about 7% merino wool in here, and the rest is polyamide. The way it works is that this is a chain net yarn. So that means you have this mesh tube. I don't know if you kind of see it. There we go. You have a mesh tube. Maybe if I just don't put my face in front of the camera, you might be able to. There we go. So this is a mesh tube, a beautiful, beautiful mesh tube made out of 28% polyamide. This means that this super fine tube is actually the foundation of the yarn. So what keeps the yarn together. And then inside that mesh tube, we blow in the alpaca and the merino wool. And so those fibers, those natural fibers, are kind of encapsulated in the polyamide mesh tube. Which allows this yarn to have beautiful properties like this extreme lightness and fluffiness to it. It almost feels like it's a little cloud that I'm holding. So extreme fluffiness, extreme beautiful elasticity, as you can see. And it also allows for you to knit projects on bigger needles without kind of worrying, oh my God, this sweater or this vest or this shawl or whatever you're making is gonna be so heavy. It's gonna be so, I'm gonna have to it's gonna end up in a beautiful, beautiful light textured fabric, no matter if of course you're using the recommended needle size. If you want a super dense fabric, of course you can go down needle sizes a lot, and then you get a more denser fiber. Or if you want it even fluffier, then you go up needle sizes or hook sizes, and then you get really, really air fabrics knitted and crocheted with us. But it is bothly suited for crocheters and knitters who really want that airy feel, really want a project that can keep them warm, can repel even water. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful yarn. So this one is also on discount. The code to just get a link for Divina is DI1. DI1. And like I said, 40% off with code HAPPY40 at checkout, or 50% off if your cart exceeds $150. Now that we've talked about the yarns I have here, I have one more with me, but because of course, like, that's the thing, I should just go over the list of the discounts we have today. So, got my computer here. You have a lot of Friends cotton. So you have the packs, the 8-4 pack, the 8-8 pack, and then we are also adding in the singles. So this is a Friends cotton 8-6. This is kind of like the in-between brother or in-between little sister. We also have the big cones, 500. All of these, or at least the 8-4 and the cone 500, those are fine, super fine yarns. And then we have the Friends cotton 8-8, which is a light cotton, 100% cotton. We have a lot of acrylics as well for those of you guys who are allergic to animal fibers and also don't want to get the cottons. We have Horizon, we have Sunburn. I wish I was sunburned right now because I really miss some sun. I'm jealous of you Aussies getting some sun now. But Horizon, Sunbird. We have also Baby Snuggle Solid. We have Kind Feather in there. We have a blend, which is Acacia. Acacia is 51% acrylic, 49% cotton. So that's a really, really nice material also for wearables. We have Mohair Delight. What else is there? Universe Excel, Tea Time as well. Dream Color. Dream Color is a super fine 100% wool that has these beautiful color waves and really, really nice gradients into them. But if you like blocks of color, then Horizon is for you. And yeah, like I mentioned, Divina, Alpaca Silk, Kid Silk. We have a crazy range. So just write HAPPY40 or HAPPY50 in the chat or in the comment right now, and we will send you guys a little link. So with Alpaca Silk, I'm currently knitting a nice little beginning of a sweater. Hopefully once I block it, this is gonna stretch out beautifully. But yeah, this is gonna be one of those really, really nice sweaters that I'm gonna be probably wearing all spring long if I have time to finish it. Because let's face it, now I'm a mom and that means I have no time. Even yesterday when I got home, I was thinking to myself, wow, I should just like sit on the couch and knit for a bit, or even crochet for a bit, or, you know, work with my yarn. And then as soon as I laid in the couch, I was like, too tired, gotta sleep. And then I fell asleep, right? So that's pretty much my life now. I don't know, did you guys also experiment that? You just have kind of like I wouldn't call it like a knitter's or a crocheter's block, but it's just in the evenings, the tiredness just hits you and you have no energy to do anything else, even if it's the thing that you love the most, which is knitting or crocheting, because that's where I am right now. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and start frogging my project. I got my scissor with me, and I know that this is gonna hurt a little bit, but it is what it is, so it has to be done. It really has to be done. It's I could go ahead and be very, very nice to myself and kind of make sure that I don't frog this in a crazy way, but at this point I'm like, you know what, can't be asked. I'm just gonna cut through it a little bit and then try to save as much as I can, but I'm not gonna go full because that's what I used to do before, and now I kind of understood that time is very precious. So we have totally get that, although my kids are all grown up now. I feel like you're living the dream. I'm counting the moments. It's kind of weird because I am counting the moments until I have some more time for myself. but at the same time, I'm enjoying every single bit of my son growing up. So it's a little like, you know, mixed feeling over there. I have a mixed feeling. So yeah. How do you guys feel about frogging in general? Do you get this kind of like cathartic feeling once you frog? You're like, that should have been done. I should have just done that from the beginning. Because I have this almost like a mourning process when I frog something. I just need a lot of time before frogging it. I need time to make peace with the fact that I have to frog. I can't just go ahead and be like, let's do this. So like I said, this is why this project has been just put on pause for such a long time, because I could not get myself to just frog it, because it took so long, you know. I mean, cable knitting, it takes some time. It's not as easy as stocking it or yeah. And generally speaking, also lace knitting also takes time, and it's just, yeah. Oh, what a time. It was really a lot of fun in yesterday's live event. You know what, we went ahead and we burned yarn. Exactly, you heard me right. We burned some yarn. So somebody, we showed these because, by the way, if you write happy 40 or happy 50, we are also gonna send you, so at the bottom of the website, there's going to be these selected patterns that we always show during the live events. So we make sure to also show inspiration with the yarns that we have on sale. And we were showing these beautiful fish pot holders, and somebody asked, they were made in cotton, right? And somebody asked, can I make pot holders out of acrylic? And me and Luisa went, that could be dangerous because acrylic melts very easily. So we were like, yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe not, like not really. Hey, let's burn some yarn and see what happens if you put hot stuff on top of acrylic. And that is pretty much what had happened. We burned the yarn in front of the camera. Nothing happened, thankfully. The fire didn't turn, the fire alarm didn't go on, luckily. But yeah, it was a fun episode. We had a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoyed it and found it quite funny. So hopefully we can do that again. Do these little experiments with crazy, actually, experiments. So yeah, I think I found her. I found the edge. This feels like almost when you're unraveling or not unraveling, but you're getting ready for a hank to be turned into a skein, right? Or a pull skein, and and you're kind of like trying to find the end, and the end isn't, you can never find it. So yeah, let's see if this turns out fine. Yes, that was not that bad. And the neck, I feel like I started with the neck because it didn't feel that terrible to frog the neck, because it was smaller than usual. I think the sun is coming out soon. I think it is. So yeah, so that was pretty much yesterday's live event. We had a lot of fun. And I think that it's going to happen again. We have to go live again like that, the three of us. It was me, Luisa, and Matthias. And yeah, I think people also really enjoyed the deals because we went a little crazy with choosing yarns. Luisa and I were just sitting by our desk trying to plan out, okay, which yarn should we include? And of course, we always listen to your input. So we always ask a few days or on the day itself, like, hey, is there any yarns that maybe you guys would be interested in seeing? And if it kind of matches our initial idea, then we always add it in. So there was actually somebody from the chat who said that they were really happy because they just wrote in one of the comments to the posts where we asked them what kind of yarns would you like to see. They wrote 3 different kinds of yarns, and we actually had added all of those 3 yarns, and they were a little bit in shock. They were like, I cannot believe that you guys actually added all of the yarns that they proposed. So of course we always really try to listen to the people that are replying our comments, and we try to get a lot of input, and you know, not just do whatever we want to do, but do what the community is trying to ask for, because it is important. It's very important for us that we respect our community and that we show the love back, right? That's also why we actually had this ginormous giveaway. It was so beautiful. I got really happy to be able to make someone happy with giveaways. So that was a really nice little thing to do. Hi Fiona. Let's see. Now I'm at the, I think I'm at the edge now. This needs a bit of cutting over here. Let's see. I hope I don't cut into the actual. Oh boy. I didn't think I would need this much attention to. Whoop, there we go. Very nice. Very nice. So we are almost done with the neckline over here. It's ooh, I'm so scared to cut into the actual project itself. Maybe I should just cut it here and give up. Boop, there we go. So this is how much I frogged out for the neckline. Pretty decent amount. If it was Jaya from a few years ago, I would have probably not done this way, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, no time, gotta cut. So I didn't actually lose that much yarn, and I feel like the time it saved me is a lot. Before I would go like stitch by stitch and making sure that nothing gets cut, but now I'm just enjoying life, cutting through the yarn. So, and I think I'm almost done. I'm gonna show you guys how much yarn I lost technically by just cutting. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, pretty much this. There's a little here. Let's make sure we get it all the fluff out. Yeps, there we go. It was not that bad. So there we go, all frogged and ready to be put again. I'm also feeling like this is the part that I also have to cut off. But you see how tight I made the neckline? It was way too tight for me to put my head through. So I actually had to find a way to fix it, and I couldn't. I thought, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and stretch it out when I there we go. Ooh, this is always so scary. Is it scary? Is it scary? Hop. Somebody's asking in the chat if I am going to... Are you destroying something? Hannibal Pie, yes, I'm pretty much destroying the neckline of this sweater that I made a long time ago because it's way too tight for me to put my head through. So that is pretty much what I'm doing right now. And hopefully I'm not going to mess up my sweater in the process. Shoop. But yeah, I had asked people in the chat how they feel about frogging in general. So be sure to let me know. Do you need your little morning time when you have to frog, or do you just get angry and go ahead and just cut things open? This feels like surgery. It really does. I'm like, oh, I'm shivering a little bit because I don't want to like do it too fast and then regret what I'm doing. But I also, like I said, don't want to waste more time on this. Should I cry? Remember, if you write happy 40 or happy 50 in the chat, you guys are going to get a link from us with all of the really, really lovely deals we have right now. 40 and 50% off, depending on your card size, with happy 40 or happy 50. Those are the codes to use at checkout. And like I said, we have some nice yarns like merino and extra fine merino and kid silk. We have alpaca silk. We have divina. All of our really, really, really lovely yarns are on sale this week. So make sure you do take advantage of that. I think the offers are just going to be valid for a few more hours. Rob's Jane says, I don't like it. It's a pain. Yes, it is a real big pain. But there's also something very nice about cutting through these stitches for some reason. Maybe that's just me being a bit sadistic right now, but I'm actually enjoying this. I didn't think that I would like this so much, but this is kind of fun to do. I'm kind of like, little snippy snappy. So let's see. Oof. I am almost there, guys. I'm almost there. So scared. This was a double neckline, so that is why it's taking me so long. I tried to save as much as I could in the initial step, and now it's all about just getting this double ribbing that I did cut off, and then see what I cut through. I hope I didn't cut inside one of the stitches that holds the sweater together. The fluff is real. The fluff is flying everywhere. Okay, the moment of truth here. Ooh, I think I cut into something there. No, this is fine so far. Oh, fine so far. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm halfway through it and I think it's fine so far. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. I did it. I think I managed to frog it without cutting through it. Oh, blessings. Okay, I had something here and I was like, ooh, did I cut through it? But I think it was simply the beginning of my round. Was it? Yes, it was the beginning of my round. Okay, this is it. I have now officially frogged my neckline on this sweater. And I will be ready to pick up the stitches and fix the neckline so it's not as big as I initially had knitted it. I could not fit my head through. It was so annoying. It was like, ugh. So thank you for sticking around, guys. That was a good little exercise to be on the spot, right? Because maybe if I would have been by myself, I would have maybe cut through it. So this is how much yarn I managed to save. Thankfully, this is going to be enough for me to knit the neckline. Otherwise, I know I have one skein of each of these left. I was thinking initially, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and order some new one. I'm going to completely cut it off and order some new yarn in the same shade and it's going to be fine. But, of course, there is the lot number. And now I'm going to go to one of the situations that I actually had happening to me 2 weeks ago about that time. So this is how much yarn I lost. It's actually not that big of an amount. I would say it's probably 2-3 rounds of yarn. So it's actually not that bad. I don't regret losing this because it saved me a lot of time. So speaking of lot numbers, if you order yarn, make sure that you order enough yarn because you might end up like me with a sweater that's almost, it's almost there. I made this chunky sweater. I was supposed to have this as a sweater for Christmas, for just going out one of the evenings. When we were going out to eat at the restaurant, I wanted to have like a really, really chunky, warm sweater because it's very, very cold here in Denmark. So I have made this beautiful, beautiful sweater using apricity. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm there. I'm gonna get this finished in just a little bit. I was about to start working on my ribbing until I noticed that I was running out of yarn. So I do what a normal person will do, which is order some more yarn. Except the lot number was very different. And I ended up with this. Same tone, don't get me wrong, it's the same tone, but it's not the same tone, as in like it's the same tone, but it's not the same shade. The original sweater was much more darker. So now I have this half knitted sweater, and I had started knitting with the new colors right here below, and you can see how much brighter it is. So now I'm completely like, okay, time to frog that baby too. So I'm gonna end up frogging this sweater as well. So like I said, today is just frogging day. Today is gonna be frogging day for me. This is apricity. This has a similar consistency to Divina, actually. It's also a mesh tube yarn, very, very soft, very chunky. And yeah, I'm just gonna have to frog this open, and it is what it is. I can't make it work. Yeah, it's so annoying. Look at that. It's so annoying because it's the same shade. It's just lighter. So like I said, if you are ever ordering yarn, make sure you have enough, just because if you don't get the same lot number, then you're gonna be, you know, so disappointed, just like me. So yeah, I don't know. Should I just go ahead and start frogging this, or should I continue with my blue sweater, frogging that? So annoying. It's so annoying. So the sun is shining. I love that. I really love that. I think I'm gonna even open the terrace door and have some air coming in. And yeah, I'll see what I do. I think I'm gonna start frogging the sleeves for the arm, or maybe even not frogging that much, so that I can maybe have kind of like a t-shirt vibe, or knit the neckline. I want to knit the neckline very wide. So I'm going to cast on every single stitch and see what happens. And then see if that's going to give the sweater a different kind of a vibe, right? Dory is saying this always happens to me. Yeah, and it's just, it is the most annoying thing. Especially if you're on a roll, you know. And especially, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and frog this one. Especially if you're on a roll, and like with this particular one, I'm using 10mm needles. I actually should have used 12. So this is also like one of those things where I don't mind frogging, because I think that if I use a way bigger needle size, I'm going to get something that's way fluffier. So, and I think that what I'm going to end up doing is a blend of the new yarn and a blend of the old one, so that I get this kind of like a melange look to the sweater. And yeah, I'll have to see if it's gonna save the situation, or if it's just gonna look off with the two shades. I don't even know. But it's a pity. It's a pity, because it was supposed to be a really quick project that turned into a 2 months before. Yeah, it took me 2 months now that I'm frogging it. I started this maybe a little bit before mid-December. Oh, you're so sweet. I know that I could look in the Facebook groups if somebody has the yarn with the lot number I needed. I thought about doing that, but at the same time, I really don't want to bother anybody and have people like have to send me yarn and figure out with the payment. Like, that's just, I didn't want to go through all of that. Like, I feel like I'm desperate enough, but not that desperate for now. If it would have been a much, much more complex pattern, I would have totally done that 100%. But this is just a simple pattern, and I don't think I'm gonna be bothered, you know, just going ahead and frogging it. Thank you so much. Love your vest and your shirt combo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm also loving it. You know, I love combining colors together. So it's one of those, yeah. You just want to buy a whole new, yes. No, but I have it now. I have both of the numbers now, of the lot numbers. I have the old yarn and the new yarn, and I think that the only annoying part is going to be splitting this in half so that I get one skeins. That's going to be a lot of of a headache. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and maybe figure something out with this. So yeah, there we go. Frogging some more, just frog away. And I have gotten to a point where I realize that if you ruin something that you've knitted, or if you ruin something that you have crocheted, you know what? There is no reason to get sad over it. There is no reason to get depressed or angry, or you have to look at it in the most positive light. So what you get out of frogging a project that you are not happy with is that you have the experience of learning a little bit more about what you like and you dislike, learning a little bit about making like maybe better choices, maybe learning about needing to make a swatch, maybe calculating 2 or 3 times how much yarn you need so that you don't end up in a situation like me where you have to frog. So you learn, you know, we make mistakes and we learn from them, hopefully. And if we don't learn the first time, we learn the second time or the third time, or 10 years after we learn. So, it's no reason to get sad over things. And also, if you ruin something, I used to get really, really angry when I would ruin something by washing it, you know, when I would put something in the washing machine or in the dryer and it will get ruined. I would get so pissed off at myself and I would really be angry, but there's no reason to get angry. It's ruined. You know what? Just embrace it. Try to make something out of it. So if you're washing wool or something like that and it gets felted, can you make something out of the felted project? Can you make some pot holders? Can you make some, cup holders or something, you know? Slippers, maybe even like sewing them together, like cutting them and sewing them together into slippers. Try and see the positive side of things. Okay, 2 skeins here, done. Time to make the next skein. It's actually not that bad. See, it's not that bad. I have 2 of those there, and I'm gonna try to, like I said, blend them together. So yeah. Yes, this yarn is very, very soft. This is the Apricity. I have so much fluff on my mouth. Apricity yarn. It's a very, very chunky tube mesh yarn. It's super, super lovely. And if you're looking for something that's similar to this, we have now on discount Divina. It's slightly thinner than the Apricity. We have Divina on sale at 40% off or even 50% off. If you type in Happy40 in the chat, then you can get your hands on a link that takes you to the deals we have going on for another few hours. I think that pretty much in about 7-8 hours they're going to expire, so you won't be able to get the 40 or 50% off. So check it out before you go away. So yeah, Snug Stitches by Astrid says she agrees. It's gorgeous. It really is. And of course, I have used two Apricity skeins to knit at the same time. So 2 threads at the same time. But maybe you can try out with, if you want to save some money now, you can try off with maybe 3 or maybe 4 skeins of Divina to make a sweater like this. It's always nicer to have less threads together when you're knitting with multiple threads, to have less and then, you know, 1 or 2 instead of 4 or 5 threads. But yeah, if you want to save some money, that's a great alternative. Oh, there we go. 2 more. So now I have 2 little balls of yarn. Hopefully I will take 1 thread of each, and then I will go ahead and combine it with the new lot number so that I get this kind of like a melange effect. And it's really funny because the sweater I'm actually knitting, the red sweater is actually the melange sweater. Is it called the melange sweater? I don't even know what it's called. Let me just check out really quickly what it's called. Typing in. Search. I think it's called marble. Yes, it's called the marble sweater. It's a sweater by Petite Knit, and she's using obviously this marbled yarn in it. So I thought to myself, you know what, I can go ahead and use 2 different lot numbers to get a little bit of that effect. So there we go. We have one of the sleeves cut off, second one cut off, and shoop. And we're ready to keep frogging. I'm probably gonna go as soon as I'm done with this chunk. I have so much fluff everywhere. It's getting really warm in here too, although I have an open window. I think it's because I'm surrounded by yarn and the sun is just shining in my face. But it's been a lot of fun to just hang out with you guys from the other side of the world. What is the weather like in Australia at the moment? Is it like warm and nice? I guess it is, right? I follow some Australian influencers or personas or personalities. And I'm always like, oh, so jealous of their sunshine and It's been a long time since I visited Australia, more than 10 years now, but I always have such so much fluff on my face. Such a fond memory of Australia. It's pretty hot in Tasmania, Australia here. Ooh. Well, I'm jealous. It's pretty cold in here. It was super foggy this morning, which I love as well. It's kind of weird because I do love that melancholic fog. It makes you want to knit and crochet a little more. Kitty Stitcher says, I'm in the UK where it's sunny but very cold. But you know what? That's also nice. And Faustine is saying, in France it's pouring rain, perfect for frogs. So that's true. Ribbit. And that's a thing, you know, it's really nice to knit, to crochet when the weather is bad, right? It makes you feel like you're not wasting a day indoors, you know? So yeah, glad we finally got the sun today after lots of rain, says LCB8. So we got another 2 skeins, so that's a total of 6 skeins that I frogged so far. And I think I'm running with the last 2, maybe 4 skeins here. I'll see in a bit. But this is my sweater now. We started and now we started with a big boy and now it's turning into a tiny boy. It's gonna be so nice, and I'm excited to actually knit this because, like I said, I'm gonna go up a needle size to get it more fuzzy, more light. So yeah, in my part of Sweden it's just gray. Where are you living actually in Sweden? I was thinking about actually visiting Sweden this summer, actually in May, because Sebastian, my boyfriend, he is going to go once again to Germany. He's going to go to the Nürburgring with the boys, with the cars. And I have a extended weekend for myself with me and Albert at home. But I was thinking, maybe I should go do something cozy, you know. Maybe I should visit Germany myself. Maybe I should go to Sweden. And I actually checked for tickets from Copenhagen, where we're located at. Well, we're a little bit outside of Copenhagen, but still, and it's actually not that bad. The prices are pretty decent, so we were like, maybe we should do a trip, me and Albert, with the train. Of course, we could take the car, but it wouldn't be as fun, right? Because if we wanted to go to Stockholm, for instance, then it's like a 7-hour drive with a baby, maybe even more. So we were thinking maybe we should take the train instead. And Kina, between Gothenburg, okay, Varberg and Bora. So that's like an in-between little thing. So Albert is my little baby gotcha. Sweden sounds fabulous. It does sound fabulous. Faustine is saying true, and I'm making Olive frog from the free pattern, so it's perfect when it's raining. So cute. In the middle of them. Maybe we could come visit you. We'll just come visit you for an afternoon tea or something. Or maybe you can come visit us in Stockholm. Hang out with us. Everybody who ever wants to come visit us, please let us know. And we'll meet up. And actually, if you're ever coming to Copenhagen, remember that we have a Hobbii shop in Roskilde, so that's pretty much 10 minutes away from where I live. So if you're ever in Copenhagen, please go ahead and visit our Hobbii shop, and shout out to your girl, because maybe we can have a little coffee or something. That would be so cute to meet up. Yes, that's true, because you did say that you might actually come visit first. I'm still waiting for your visit. And Sophia is saying, I'm in Copenhagen too right now, and here in Helsingør is really foggy. I can hear the fairies, how they horn. Okay, that is 4 big skeins, so that's 8 skeins in total, and I'm down to probably the last 2 skeins of frogging here. And then ya girl is gonna go make herself a cup of coffee, find some 12mm crochet hooks, and set them aside so that I can actually knit a little bit tonight once I'm off work duty and baby duty. Because tonight is definitely me who's going to be on baby duty. Yesterday it was my boyfriend because we had the live event, so I had to stay a little later at work at the office as usual. So that means I actually didn't get to see Albert yesterday, so it was kind of like strange. But it was also very sweet to see him this morning. So it kind of like it all worked out just fine. Is there any projects on your radar right now? Because I just noticed that there are some very, very cute Easter patterns that have just launched on Hobbii's website, and they're so adorable. I saw one. I'm gonna check out to see if because I couldn't remember the name. I just saw it yesterday right before I got home. So the newest ones, because thankfully we can sort by the newest ones. Where is it? Where is that? Yes. Look at this. This is so cute. It's called Ninka, and it's a napkin with a bunny. So it's kind of like a hybrid between a table napkin and an amigurumi, basically. Super adorable. It's an intermediate crochet pattern, so maybe I can show you guys. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see it. Oh yeah, you can. There it is. Look at that cuteness. It's so cute. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Albert just loves bunnies. I have bunnies everywhere around me right now. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm gonna make a few of those in different colors just to have them on the table, and then when we have a Easter lunch or something like that, people can actually entertain Albert. You see what I'm doing here? I'm not only thinking about the decorative aspect of a Easter table, but I'm also thinking about how can my child be entertained so mama can get 5 minutes of breath. So there we go. I'm at the neck now. It's unfrogged almost, and yeah, let's see what people are thinking about doing. Okay, heading off, 9:30 p.m. here, so I'll be settling down for the night. Oh, thank you so much, Astrid, for joining us, honey. And I hope that the weather is not, exhausting out there with the heat. So, yeah, take care, and thank you for joining us. Let's see what people are also doing. Only thing I do is that I will always need yarn. That's true. I'm busy making throws for my new living room suite with 2 colors of Amigo Chunky. Oh, that's so nice. I love Amigo Chunky because it works out so fast. And you know what? I jokingly said in the live yesterday when we were talking about because we have a Universe XL in today's in the deals, and people were asking me like, why did you choose the XL? Why didn't you choose the regular Universe yarn? And we kind of joked and we're like, because thicker is better. Worsted yarn weight is so nice because then you get to see projects work up faster. And I mean, hey, look at me knitting with some really, really chunky needles and chunky yarn. So yes, I love myself a quick project, and you can't get a quick project with small thin tools. So I get it. Amigo Chunky is the way to go. Adorable. Let's see. I've only made baskets. I'm working and listening to you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. It's cozy. It's cozy to spend some time together. It really is. But now I'm getting at the end of my frogging adventure. All the frogs have been, or most of the frogs have been done. I'm still missing the sleeves on the sweater, but I'm going to probably do that after I test the new neckline. So I'm going to do a new neck, and then I'll see. There we go. That is done. Now I am holding my beautiful babies over here, my little Easter eggs. These are going to be hopefully transformed. This is 10 skeins of apricity. This is going to be transformed into a new sweater, hopefully combining it with the new lot number, which is slightly brighter. And, we'll see what it gives. Maybe it's going to look nice. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around, keeping me company while I did all this frogging. And I really, really urge you to check it out. Check the deals out, right? Happy 40 in the chat. You just have a few hours left if you want to get your hands on the beautiful extra fine merino and create some really, really nice and warm sweaters like these. Do you have an allergy with this yarn? I don't. I actually don't at all. If you see me red like this, is because the sun is burning me. The sun is burning my face right now. Which I actually, weirdly enough, love because I've been missing the yarn. And yeah, all of the really, really nice yarns that we have right now on discount that you can get for 40 and 50% off. I mean, that's a great, great, great deal. And there are yarns in there that never get to 50% off. So I feel like that's a once in a lifetime opportunity until we have them again. But that doesn't really happen that often. So do make sure you check it out by just typing in happy 40 or happy 50 in the comment section, because then we can send you guys a link to all of those deals, which once again expire in a few hours. But that was pretty much it for me, Jaya from Hobbii. I loved spending some cozy time with you guys. Maybe we'll do this again next week, because it's kind of cozy. Next week, I know that it's Louisa hosting a live event about advanced color theory with yarns. We have worked really, really hard on the previous episode with basic color theory, and I think that the next episode with the advanced one is going to be extremely, extremely fun. And yeah, Clara B, I'll get some alpaca silk. Yes, honey, you do that. You're gonna absolutely love alpaca silk. I love alpaca silk, my favorite yarn out of all the yarns in the entire universe. But yeah, thank you for joining. And remember that tomorrow, if you just want a little bit of fun, Matty, he is gonna be live on Facebook and YouTube with a nice little yarn quiz time. So make sure to check that out as well. Because it's fun and you can win a lot of prizes. So yeah, a lot of fun seeing you guys today, and I hope I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.